Share what most people don't know about your business. You can talk about myths. When you go to our AI writer, we have lots of different topics here addressing concerns, addressing misconceptions, asking questions, building rapport. These are all goals that you can set for the content that you want to create. And so these will also give you an unlimited amount of ideas. This is the goal for what you want to choose for the AI writer. So if you go to strategy.evyai.com/ I think it's Lifeline, you'll be able to write your story down inside this framework, this Personal Lifeline framework, and you can add different moments in your life. The year that it happened, whether it was a high point or a low point, and then a title, description, the impact, and the lessons that you learned. And for each entry that you enter in here, you then later can export it as a JSON, export as HTML, or send it to a webhook, which will turn it into an entire life story for you. It's powerful for you to capture the stories of your life. So can you think of a story that you had in your life that you would want to share, maybe a key milestone? So what was a key milestone in your life? I'm curious to know. Go ahead and share that in the comments. For me, I had many key milestones in my life. One of them was when I went from being a rabbi, I learned to be a rabbi, to becoming a web designer. So I went from a rabbi to a web designer, and I went from a web designer to an entrepreneur, and I went from an entrepreneur to a LinkedIn coach and a sales and marketing and business professional speaker, and I went from there to an author. And so I kind of have different milestones in my life when different things happen to me. So I highly recommend that you, in the comments below, you let me know what was a milestone for you. What was a pivotal moment? So sharing key milestones that shaped your career path, creating a connection through authentic storytelling, behind the business, offer a glimpse into what drives your professional passion to build relatability for your audience. Describe how you transform fear into achievement by conquering your biggest professional obstacles. Demonstrate how your core principles guide real professional decisions and showcase authenticity. So these are all really great ideas for content related to your personal and brand story. Then there's the industry insights and expertise. So for example, you have industry insider perspective. Share what most people don't know about your business. You can share industry forecasts. You can predict things that will happen, emerging trends reshaping your field. And you can talk about myths versus reality, and you can clarify common industry misconceptions. As a matter of fact, when you go to our AI writer, we have lots of different topics here that you can select for the content that you want to create. For example, addressing concerns, addressing misconceptions, asking questions, building rapport, building relationships, encouraging action, encouraging debate. These are all goals that you can set for the content that you want to create. And so these will also give you an unlimited amount of ideas, whether you're sharing news, sharing your opinion, sharing stories, showing empathy, showcasing your values, sparking curiosity. This is the goal for what you want to choose for the AI writer. Now, you could also share tips, resources, guides, market intelligence, productivity frameworks. Everybody needs to be more productive. So there are systems within your industry and ways of things that you do that you can share. You could also make it about the client and focus on a client success story, or share how you build lasting relationships, or discuss your ideal client profile, or discuss the typical pains that your clients might have. And so if you go through that and you think about those things, you can be extremely successful at coming up with really great topics for your content. And sometimes I like having people interview me. So if you'd like to get interviewed, just say, I would like to get interviewed in the chat, and let me know what topic you would want to get interviewed for. So that would also be a great piece of content that you can share. So Jane said, I played the French horn for 30 years. Very cool. Anita said, I used my professional knowledge as a teacher to entrepreneur. Awesome. Rick said, Jane, I did not know you were a musician. Nice. Anita said, I switched from solo entrepreneur to working with an agency. Devora said, I switched from law to tech. Meghana said, I achieved a lot in life, starting from sales to customer service to compliance to marketing. I had a whole roller coaster along the way, from aviation to the marketing. And now LinkedIn is very transformative. Love that. Rick said, got let go from a job due to corporate moving HQ to another state, and I couldn't relocate at the time. I was placed in a job transition and had to learn how to navigate that. Wow. These are really powerful stories that I'm reading here in the comments. Tara said, I had cancer twice and utilized my supplemental insurance, and it saved me financially. Jane said, I switched careers from professional musician to certified mediator. Oh, wow. So this is really powerful. I do recommend using AI-generated content on LinkedIn, but doing it thoughtfully and methodically, because I had a post that had 4 million views by me using artificial intelligence. So don't be afraid to use it. Just use it correctly. Engagement and interactions, another theme. And I have 10 different themes that I compiled, and I made a little napkin out of it. Want to make networking easier and more effective? Try evyAI, your AI-powered sidekick that helps you connect, engage, and grow your network faster than ever. Click the link and start building smarter relationships today.